Families, elderly and children are still pressed up against the walls in staggering numbers. And actually, doesn't that mean that the Sundra is really rubbish? You know, that whole anchor thing is like destroying the walls piece by piece, and yet the walls still standing 2 days later. With no room to spread out, they're caught in the midst of them. Right. Families, elderly and children are still pressed up against the walls at staggering numbers. With no room to spread out, they're caught in the midst of the marauding dredge. We can't just leave them to fend themselves, Oddleif says. You wonder what choice you have. Leave our own fighters, evacuate as many as you can to your camp. I don't want to leave our own fighters. There probably isn't space in the top. And I don't think we can really afford to do that. To attack. Yeah, as many as we can to our camp. These people are under our protection, you signal. Helpful bannermen lead them back to your camp on the Black Rock Plateau away from the battlefield. A great many nearby are grateful. We've improved our morale. We've got more clansmen. So we're at 5 days. So we've lost a day's food, essentially. We've lost a day's supply worth of supplies, in theory. From having more people and having to spread things more around, but we'll be alright. He says. Splitting your time between helping people and fighting dredge is taking its toll, but something else feels wrong. A different kind of wrong. Too late, you realise you're being followed. A blade comes for your side, but Eagle comes between you. He screams and drops to a knee where another blade runs him through. What? Standing... Armed men, not dredge. This is the one everyone's so afraid of? Sneers a man with a face tattoo. Is Eagle dead? What? You remember seeing him amongst Ruger's loyalists. A few dozen grizzled fighters of blades drawn. You notice they wear the crests of many different houses. Dogs, leave them to me. Petrus. Mustering his guards. Ruger's stingers all over this. Go make him end this now. Or, do whatever it takes. Don't go easy on them. Oh, I won't. Believe me, I've been waiting for this. Oh. Come on. Gonna deal with him. You crash furiously through Ruger's cell door, grabbing his full attention. This has to end now. There are people dying by the minute to a Sundra, the walls falling as we speak, and still your clansmen fight against us. I don't deserve all of the credit. There are many players in this game. This is no feigned board game. From what feels far away, bells toll above the din of the carnage outside. What are those bells? Tradition. A shame I didn't get to see the blue smoke that goes with it. I've been dreaming of this day. The king's dead. Meinolf. Finally dead. Sounds like you need me now more than ever. Are you kidding me? You've lost your only... Why should we even let you live now? Lass, Meinolf died days ago. He just didn't know it. That poison had no cure. When I learned the menders were forbidden from touching the mind, I found a suitable venom. He died in his sleep, dreaming the most horrific visions. Or so I've been told. Have you ever witnessed a city turn hungrily upon itself, like a starving wolf eating its own cubs? Have you witnessed the slaughter and torture of thousands, the sounds and the smells of it? It sounds like you've enjoyed it. I have. Oh, and when that chaos spills over the edge, there's no cure. Just like Meinolf. Should I die, you will see these things for yourself. I promise you that. So maybe now you will listen carefully to what I want. I don't want to beat him because he's a prisoner. I don't want to walk out because we need to sort this out. We need to settle this somehow. Too nice. Only if your followers raise a hand to help instead of hunting. They could be convinced. All it would take is joining your banner to mine. And make you the ruler of the end of the world. Don't worry, I'll leave you in charge of the war. It's peacetime I care about. I'll even remain locked up here for now if it makes this easier for you to swallow. Why would I believe a word you say? Alette with the good question. You shouldn't let the banner speak for us. You'll be under my protection, and nobody will dare touch you. I'm a man of peace at heart. No, no, because then what happens is if everything settles down, at the end of it, yeah, no. No. And I don't want to walk out because we need to settle this. Which means I'm going to beat him up. Which I don't like. I just... I've heard as much as I can stand, I think. I don't want to... No, just another game. Forget it. This is not a game you win by choosing not to play. Do you know why I do this? Do what, you piece of trash? Deceive? Leech on mankind? Why? I speak on behalf of the people you despise so much. Why have I always done so? Because they will always be here, no matter how hard you pretend they don't exist. There is nothing more infuriating or terrifying than not being heard. So they give me their power. I am the will of the people. As long as that's true, you can't brush me aside. I will always be here. You've poisoned enough minds for one lifetime. Stay here and rot. Yes. We'll see which one of us ends up rotting first. You don't like the implications. You call for extra guards in the cells. An excited man runs to meet you. They're ready with the barrels, he shouts. Yeah, maybe I should have killed him. But I'm trying to think. Narratively, I can see a lot of negative consequences to keeping him alive. But just killing him is, I would argue, is wrong. Right, Ludin, who I think is injured. Ludin, there you are. I wasn't sure where you went after the bells. I was with him when he died. He did not go easily. Oh, of course, yes. You get the distinct feeling their time together was strained. I thought we should clear the air about Ludin being the king now. Believe me, I've been thinking of little else since we arrived. But if you're worried about me seizing control, don't be. As far as I'm concerned, nothing changes. Your banner is yours. The Varl and the Horseborn make their own decisions. If you'd like, we can discuss it further. Ludin waits quietly for your response. I'm sorry, your father has passed. I suppose I am as well. I know that sounds strange. There was always a sharp edge to him. He wanted to be a ruler, not a leader, if you catch the difference. I always remember this feeling he'd give me, that he truly believed he deserved to rule man. I think passing it down to me was just a way to continue glorifying himself. Was his change of heart with the refugees a surprise? Was it a real change of heart, or did he hope it would encourage me to take the crown? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I've chosen my own path. Ludin waits quietly for your response. What do you intend to do now? I still have some privileges as Meinolf's son. I intend to use them. When they learned of the darkness, my father ordered every mender in Manahar to Arbarang. They still answered to me. I intend to find a solution that will protect us from the darkness. How's that going? Like a fat man coming home from the mead hall. I assume slowly is what that means. Slow and stumbling. Yeah, there we go. The menders are little more than bricklayers and nurses, to be honest. The Valka are another story, but they all stayed in Manahar against my father's wishes. Nobody knows what they've been up to, but I hope our goals are the same. We can't exactly go and check. Still, at least someone is working on it. Ludin waits quietly for your response. You're just giving up your birthright then? Not long ago there was no such thing. We still cling to these banners because men follow deeds, not blood. My father wanted to change that. I've come to disagree. Don't look so surprised. It's just that you had a certain reputation, Prince Ludin. What changed? Travelling with you. Seeing how people live. I know it sounds cliché. For a long time I was just jealous of how others looked to you instead of me, but over time, what kind of sane person wants to appoint themselves as the one to tell others how they should live? You did it out of necessity, not privilege. It's a burden I don't envy anymore. Never feels like we've changed until we look back at what idiots we used to be. Some of us, anyway. But we've all been through some changes, haven't we? Ludin waits quietly. I won't take any more of your time. I'm glad you found me, though. It was good to talk. Listen, even if I wanted to rule now, it'd be a struggle. Arbarang needs fewer struggles, not more. And fewer people trying to rule. What about when this is all over? Arbarang still needs a leader. For what it's worth, Alette, I believe you would make a fantastic queen. Not that I mean to my king, necessarily. You catch Yrsa subtly rolling her eyes. I'll consider leadership another time, maybe. It will be the decision of the people, and right now they look to you. The smart ones, anyway. Let me worry about the Menders for now. It sounded like they're ready to go against Ruin. I'll gladly stand with you in the fight if you need me. We both. I think you might be injured, but... You imagine a resemblance between the two you hadn't seen before, but you leave it unsaid and turn your thoughts to the battle to come. Right, what we do... Oh, Ruin. Ruin's up here. Nets have been wrapped around the barrels of oil, and horseborn wait at the ready, prepared to deliver them at a moment's notice. Scathach trots nervously atop the walls. Is this really all we could gather? Oddleif says, looking at the small offering wrapped in nets. Maybe if I'd had the Varl, there would have been more. Irsa is preparing her archers to fire. Without the Varl, I'm afraid so, you reply. Yeah, if we'd had the Varl... Oh well. The anchor comes again, a dark streak. The horseborn are already gone, pulling along the netting. Where the obsidian hook punches through the wall, they have the barrels on over top. The net catches and is pulled back towards Ruin. Now, shouts Irsa. Licks of fire flit through the air like fireflies buzzing into the night, gently floating down, down. An explosion rips into the battlefield, rattling the earth and engulfing the Sundra, blowing dirt and dust into the sky. Cheers erupt spontaneously all the way down the walls. Even the dredge have stopped their assault to watch. Is it done, you wonder? As the dust finally thins, you see Ruin rising, staggering. Cheering dies in throats. She's wounded, Oddleif cries. We have to finish it now. Your fighters rush to the gates. Go, you shout, leading the charge, slamming into bewildered foes. The dredge come in endless waves. Far behind you, you can hear the Varl hacking them apart to reach the Sundra, but without coordination they've been cut off from the front lines. You curse their stubbornness as you claw and scrape your way towards Ruin without them. Oh, this is awful. Right. Let's get out all of the injured people. Eagle, yeah, I think Eagle might actually be dead. Oh no, I want you there. So, Oddleif. Scathach will bring in... We'll bring in Petrus. And Gudmundra, so we've got some defensive people. And we'll bring in Nid. Nid wants to show that she can, you know... We'll give him that because he's the only level 10 we've got. Everyone's injured. Ah! Alright, let's use people's points where we can. There, and give them the extra willpower because I think that's probably more useful. That's probably going to be useful. Petrus. Max all of these things out because we've got the points. We could promote him to level 11 in theory. I have 163 renown. That's quite useful. But, oh. I think I'll go with the hunker down. I think. Titan straps. No, Titan straps, I think. Is there one that heals health? Heals strength? Resist strength damage. Oh, I can only go the one, but that's fine. Gudmundra. And he's got shield wall. So yeah, we want to keep him alive as long as possible. I prefer Titan straps, I'll be honest. Alet. Oh, can be promoted. Oddleif can be promoted. Nid. And give you this, make you stubborn. I think that fits Nid, but also it gives me more willpower, so I can do more things with her. You don't have one. I don't want to drop his armor. Huh. Maybe I should have gotten better equipment. Oh, well, it looks like he's not getting more. Unless I have a knock-on effect to someone else. Level someone up. I could level a let up, I suppose. Yeah, let's promote you. And we'll give you the lucky shot. And what's the other thing? We want more strength damage. So we'll go with that one, actually, I think. Confirm. And then... actually, that's probably the one to give to you. And then we give that one to you. Which then means we have another 7. Which we can give to Gudmundra. There we go. And there we go. Everyone's kind of... so these two can... so Oddleaf can also level. That might be something to do. Let's do that. Oh, no. Wrong one. Wrong button. I could keep going. But I'm going to need the... I might need renown to buy food and stuff. We'll promote you. Heroic title available. Bloodletter. 1 point of strength damage over time on hit. Death's Messenger. Gain willpower for killing. Various bonuses. Shadow Walker. Can move further. I don't need that. Don't want to stand alone because well, does he have? Oh, flip. I want to actually see his other thing because that gives a lot of bonuses to the people around him. Last standing. I think I want to keep him alive. I'm thinking he's got. Oh, this costs. So if I just get 1... oh, so this is just... he gets this bonus. So twice spawn, he comes back. I don't want him to move, and I don't want less aggro. I mean, that one could be... yeah, actually, we'll go here. Full, we'll go there. Because that'll keep him alive. So he's the unmoved... does he have shield wall? He does have shield wall. So I could have gone with something more fitting for that. Ah, well. There we go. So Petrus the Unmoved. Do I want to... I mean, how much have I got now? Oh, yeah, I'm a bit wary of doing that now. Oh, wrong button. Right. I think we're now ready. We're probably not.